What if I told you that you could send secret hidden messages with gemstones? Yes, gems and minerals have been used for many things like pigments, construction materials, and adornments as well as decoration, but really, secret codes? It's something called acrostic jewelry, and we're gonna talk about it right here. Acrostic jewelry is a lot simpler than I made it sound. By taking the first letter of a gemstone, jewelers can spell secret words and messages by using the right gemstones in the right order. This language of gemstones, as some people called it, was supposedly developed by Jean-Baptiste Mellerio, the jewelry designer for Marie Antoinette and the French court. It's believed that the idea started with a ring that spelled adore, using amethyst, diamond, opal, ruby, and emerald in that order. Not exactly the most economical love letter, but the idea caught the eyes of many, including Napoleon Bonaparte, for whom money was no object. He commissioned many pieces of acrostic jewelry for various family members. Most famously, he gave his first wife, Empress Josephine, bracelets with the names of all of her children. His second wife, Empress Marie-Louise, was given bracelets with her and Napoleon's birthdays on them, as well as one with the dates of their courtship. Imagine paying for enough gemstones to spell out Marie-Louise December. Interestingly, the U was represented by uranite, a major ore of uranium and very much radioactive. Not quite dangerously so, but enough to set off a Geiger counter up close. Anyways, acrostic jewelry became popular in France, and words like souvenir, meaning memory, and amour, meaning love, were spelled with gems. This French fashion slowly spread to England, where it peaked in popularity during the Victorian era. In England, this time was characterized by progressiveness, and the country was undergoing a bit of a renaissance. Education reform created near universal literacy, and there was a lean towards science-based medicine rather than tradition and mysticism. Socially, a trend of romanticism and spirituality pervaded the arts and culture. It was a pretty jolly time for most, and the jewelry reflected this. The moon and stars were popular themes in jewelry, as well as four-leaf clovers, and these superstitious symbols were regarded as spiritual guides at a time when psychics and mystics were often conferred with for life advice and guidance. Animal symbolism was also popular at the time. Swallows mate for life and return to their nests, so they were a common choice for jewelry for romantic partners. Butterflies and dragonflies were also popular choices, and even snakes, which were not regarded as evil, but rather as symbols of wisdom, became extremely popular as well. King Alfred gave his wife, Queen Victoria, a golden snake with emerald eyes as an engagement ring, and suddenly, snake jewelry was everywhere. At the time, there were strict rules for courting. A woman's whole family was supposed to be present the first time a suitor visited, and many private conversations were actually chaperoned. It just makes sense that jewelry carrying secret messages would become popular in that kind of environment. Among the upper crust of English society, French was spoken pretty commonly and was regarded as the language of love. So a lot of acrostic jewelry in those circles spoke in their original French. In English, the popular word was regard. At the time, it had a much more romantic connotation than it does today. Ruby, emerald, garnet, amethyst, another ruby, and diamond spelled that one. Another often more expensive word of choice was dearest, which had diamond, 2 emeralds, and a sapphire. Love could be spelled with lapis, opal, vernil, which was a period term for garnet at the time, and emerald. Beloved, darling, and dear were also great choices. In the middle of the 19th century, however, the language of gems was used for a different purpose: protest. Parliament passed a few laws that made the importing of corn more expensive, and it was widely disliked. Those who could afford it expressed their discontent by wearing jewelry made with ruby, emerald, pearl, another emerald, amethyst, and lapis. Repeal. This was supposed to be an episode about love, but I thought that part was too interesting to leave out. Anyways, tell me guys, what would you spell with your acrostic jewelry? I'd have a ring and spell Rob with like rhodolite, opal, and beryl. Leave myself a couple color options. Leave your answers down in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks for watching.